Hello and happy President's Day from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. We awaken on this Monday morning to the news that President Biden has made a surprise trip to Ukraine to express and confirm United States support for the Ukrainians and for President Zelensky. This is historic in the sense that it's the first time an American president has flown into an active war zone where there are no American troops. As you know, the war in Ukraine, Russia's war on Ukraine, is coming up on the 1-year anniversary. Some remarkable things have happened. Mr. Putin was convinced that he was going to win this war in 3 days, and 365 days almost later, it is still continuing, and Mr. Putin is behind on the scoreboard. He is getting increasingly desperate, and this is the concern for us as Americans, I think, right now. When this war began, China didn't want anything to do with it. As a matter of fact, China moved away from Russia. Since that time, Chinese-American relations obviously have deteriorated. Now the Chinese are showing some signs that they might want to get involved. That would be a source of concern. But right now, it's important that we maintain our resolve. Now is not the time to walk away. Now is the time to double down, because there's a chance to come out of this with a better world. Let's not blow the opportunity. Now, for the Brahmas, or the Brahmas, if you're from MacArthur High School, I cared. And I think that's the takeaway from yesterday. Yeah, it was very frustrating to watch a team you're rooting for blow a 12-point lead, really not in the last 3 minutes, but in the last minute and a half. That was frustrating, but I think there were bigger things at stake here, and I think on balance, San Antonio won. The Brahmas had, by a wide margin, the largest attendance of the 4 opening week games in the XFL. There were 24,000 people there. They looked to be into it. They were having a good time. We got the news that San Antonio has been awarded the XFL championship game at the Alamo Dome in mid-May. That's a good thing. San Antonio was framed in a really positive light in the telecast. I deliberately watched this opener from the comfort of my couch, although there's a pretty good chance that BB and I will show up at the Dome next week. But I wanted to see this one on TV. I wanted to see the TV presentation. I was mostly impressed by it. I liked the kind of all-access feel to it. I think they found exactly the right tone. As you know, the Brahmas are the 14th professional football team in San Antonio history, and the other 13 went extinct. This one, I think, has got a pretty good chance. First of all, let's hope we're all through with the COVID soup. But beyond that, the financial underpinnings of this league are solid. And the XFL has a 5-year major television contract with some very reputable broadcast partners. That's a good thing. So this one's not going under. As for the quality of play, it's going to be all right. They've got some good coaches in that league. They've got some good players in that league. Yeah, all 8 teams were understandably a little rusty over the weekend with their first game, but it's gonna be okay. San Antonio's prospects are really good, and I think this is great. We've always been a hotbed of football support, but now we're getting all chesty, and I think it's a good thing. And I think it has a lot to do in part with UTSA's success, UIW's success, Trinity's success, and all the things we're doing in high school football. This is becoming football central, and it really, really makes me happy. But I thought the quality of the product was good. I wanted to see the rules changes, and here's the thing. I know that a lot of you consider me a football purist. Hell, I consider me a football purist. I'm not offended by this at all. And I don't think they're gimmicks. If you're going to present an alternative football product, there has to be some alternativeness about it. I particularly like the idea that you can go for it in a 4th and 15 situation in lieu of attempting an onside kick. I like the tiered touchdown conversions. You can go for 1, 2, or 3. I thought that was pretty good stuff. Now, it's almost like a NASCAR thing. You know how NASCAR, they bunch you, regardless of who's ahead and how far they're ahead, they'll bunch everybody up for the last lap. And in their case yesterday, go into overtime, whatever that means. There is a little bit of NASCAR about this because these rules are designed to avoid blowouts and give teams a chance late in the game and sustain the excitement, the drama, the curiosity for a full 60 minutes, and we saw that yesterday. So for the most part, the Brahma defense was a pleasure to watch until the last minute and a half of the game. They were doing fine until A.J. McCarron went all Roger Staubach on us and provides this iteration of the XFL with their first legendary performance. By the way, was Catherine Webb at the game yesterday? And if she was Brent Musburger there stalking her? I don't know, man. Inquiring minds want to know. But it was a good day. Dwayne The Rock did a good job. It's going to be a decent product. It's going to be around for a while. And I know that we're talking about Dwayne The Rock and not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but either way, I'll be back. Have a good day. We're Radically Rational.